We're going to take a look at the subreddit relationship advice. People come on here and say the craziest stories. I can't relate because I have never had such a toxic relationship where I felt the need to go on the internet and write a story to get advice from strangers. I actually just would have went to therapy or counseling, which is what some of these people probably should do with how crazy they are. If you can't afford therapy, you just don't want to go, or you don't feel comfortable talking to someone about your problems right there, I'm here for you. I'm here to give you some advice. I'm here to help you make sure that you make the right decision on most likely leaving the person that you're writing this about. If you're coming out here complaining about your partner, it most likely can't be saved. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I love reading these things. I love coming on here, reading the mess and being like, oh, I am so glad I'm not toxic. I'm so glad that I have never put myself in a situation like these people. Most of the time I would have just said, deuces, I'm done. This ain't working. So let's just go and dive into this mess. I know you're dying to hear some of these crazy stories, and let me tell you, I haven't read them, but just by the titles, it's kind of crazy, so let's get into it. My boyfriend, male 32, read my journal, female 29, and is shattered. Can this be saved? Just judging off this title, why is he invading your privacy? I mean, that's a red flag already for me. Like, even though he's shattered, watch out. Why the hell is he betraying your trust like that? I would never go and read my partner's journal. It's their personal journal. We lived together and have been together for about 3 years. He read my private journal while I was out of the house, found things he didn't like. I have had some doubts the past 6 months, and when I was having particularly emotional days a couple of months back, made a list of reasons I was considering ending things in my journal. Oh my God. I would be here, honestly, if I read, my partner had doubts and I went in their journal and read this. Like, how can you not? You can't forget it. But like I said, girl, evasion of privacy. He should not be doing stuff like that. He went looking for the mess. He put himself into this state. This was a password protected on my laptop. He has been using it for emails this week as his laptop is being repaired. He apparently stumbled upon it, not sure how this is possible, and admits he should not have looked, but is mostly just angry. I mean, he's admitting his wrongs, but now he's angry because he fucked around and find out. So he found out, and now he is spiraling. It would have been extremely hurtful to read some things I had spoken about, but many I had not. I am not great with confrontation and admit I should speak up more often when things bother me. But I also think it is normal to not share every negative thought with your partner. As this list was written in an emotional state, it was also a little dramatized. I do not truly feel everything that I wrote down. Ooh, I do agree. You don't have to share every negative thought with your partner because honestly, that can probably destroy your relationship. And just even judging by this, he read the thoughts and now he's like, spiraling. But like, why do I want to know what she wrote? Because she is saying that he is angry and that he is hurt. She must have wrote some very extreme and mean things about him in that book, but maybe he deserved it. Maybe he made her feel really bad for some reason. I don't know. Everyone is entitled to privacy, and no matter what, him being angry and upset about something that she wrote doesn't matter as much to me because he invaded her privacy. He is furious and upset. He called me evil, nasty, fake, and childish and thinks that I hate him. And we have all but broken up this afternoon. Wait. Okay, so you broke up? I need to read more, but wow, the fact that he called her evil and nasty. Wow, with him using terms like that, I'm picturing like Snap worthy. I don't know if you've seen the true crime show Snapped. Well, instead of snapping, she probably just wrote it down because I don't know what would constitute anyone calling someone evil, nasty, fake, and childish. All like in one sitting. So let's see. I am devastated, and while I'm angry that my privacy was invaded, I am mostly feeling a world of shame and guilt for inadvertently hurting the person that I cared about most. Wondering if anyone has been through anything similar and whether this may be overcome or perhaps not. Opinions on the above, welcome. Obviously, I don't think you're coming back from this. Like, he's clearly hurt, and I wouldn't want to be with anyone that called me evil, nasty, fake, and childish. And he doesn't want to be with someone who wrote some crazy things about him, apparently. I would just end it. You don't need the drama in your life. You'll get over it. And while you might have some regrets about what was read and what he said, just know that all this happened because he invaded your privacy. It's a journal for a reason. People have journals to write to themselves. The only part that sucks is you have been in a relationship with this guy for 3 years, but if his feelings are so hurt that he broke up with you, I say just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Apologize, leave it alone, see if he comes back to you, and see if he really wants to work on it, because the ball is technically in his court because of how hurt he is, but don't worry about it. Also, when I went to therapy, they always say journal, journal, journal for you. Even in couples therapy, you might have separate journals where your husband and then your wife write something, but you're not supposed to look at it. It's called a private journal for a reason. So the fact that he decided to invade your privacy, deuces. He's an ex for a reason. It's actually good that he broke up with you, so you don't have to deal with it anymore. Oh shoot, here comes a good one. How the hell do I, 34 female, recover from my husband, 35 male, attacking my appearance during an ugly argument? Well, let's see, because if someone's attacking my appearance, we're done. We're done. Why are you with me if you're attacking the way that I look? Hello. Let's just see what the story said. Oh, fuck. This is long. Winter is here and my husband and I are having serious disagreements about the thermostat. I'm sorry. The title and the first sentence aren't matching. You guys are fighting about the thermostat and all of a sudden it turned into attacking your appearance. That's already a red flag. This is why I say this freaking section of Reddit is funny. You can find the funny story every day. Honestly, updates like every hour. There's always something. I haven't even read any of these. Like, I just know that there's always spicy tea, and if you read a good title, click on it. There you go. I like to keep the house warm around 75 Fahrenheit. Oh, hell no, girl. That's hot. That is hot. I don't know where you live. Maybe that's actually not that bad if you live like in the snow or somewhere very cold, but 75 degrees in a house is hot because I get cold really easily. Okay, we see. He works from home and says it's too suffocating for him. Even at 72, he's always hot and insists he can't focus on work if the heat is blasting. I get that, but our space heater broke last week in his situation, telling me to wear a sweater or a jacket in our own house. Ooh. I honestly agree with him. Like, you don't always need to have the thermostat set so high because you can wear a jacket, you can wear pajamas, you can wear sweats to make yourself warm. Is he gonna have to have a fan in his face to cool himself down? Like, I don't know. Make it make sense to me. I know 75 degrees sounds insane to some, but our heating system is very inefficient, and our bathroom, especially where I spend most of my time nursing my baby, doesn't heat up at all. So when I say 75, I really mean 69 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I can relate in that aspect. If your house is inefficient, your windows suck, the insulation's not there, the temperature is usually what the temperature is outside. And I know, because same thing here, girl. I know I should have bought a space heater, but I had asked my husband to buy it for me because I've got a lot on my plate. I am tired all the time, and anytime I'm not breastfeeding, I literally feel like fainting. This fight really just seems over nothing at this point. He could have just done a Target order and they would have just, came and put it in your car for you, or you could have got it delivered. It doesn't seem like this should be an argument. He has been putting it off for some time now, makes lame excuses like we ran out of Prime. We shouldn't add more to the cart to qualify for free shipping. I'll order it right away. I don't need him for this. He was also supposed to get our heating system checked before winter fell, but clearly he didn't do that. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. You know what? Let's just skip to the end. This is not even funny. You know what? No. We're not abandoning this. I thought I was about to abandon it, but there's so much detail and pre-story that I'm like, Oh yeah, this was about her appearance. Well, hopefully we're getting to that soon because this is long. The reason why I don't want to wear a sweater is because I'm breastfeeding my baby and it would just make things tough. And plus, I'm always leaking and it gets really messy. I prefer wearing a vest or go topless like a light robe around the house. I don't see what the problem is, my guy. You should be blessed. You should be happy for your situation right now. I refused because honestly, I should be comfortable in my own home. I asked him to open windows. We've been going back and forth for over a week now, and every time I turn up the thermostat, he turns it back down. Yesterday, things escalated. Well, if y'all both live in the house, it's your house. I mean, I don't know if you're just your name's on the deed, but there needs to be some level of compromise, and this is something that shouldn't even be fought about, honestly. It's always easier to warm up than to cool down. I walked into the living room to find that he put a digital lock on the thermostat. I couldn't believe he went that far without even talking to me first. When I confronted him, we got into a huge fight and I told him he was being selfish and controlling and I am tired of being cold all the time. He shot back just saying that I needed to suck it up. Then he says something I can't get out of my head. He told me fat bodies are supposed to keep warm better, so why are you always complaining about the cold? Oh my God. Oh my God. End it. Oh my God. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. If someone that was supposed to be my best friend, my partner, the person that I had my child with said this to me, I can't even say that I wouldn't hold myself back from doing something, okay? I'm just kidding. It's not okay to joke about things like that. But would I do what Katie Heron did in Mean Girls to Regina? Heck yeah, go eat them bars. I'm gonna make you feel like you're losing weight, but you gain that weight. You're gonna know what it feels like to be fat just like me. I felt my heart break, as it should. He chose to attack self-esteem where it hurts the most, even though he knows how conscious I am of my weight. FYI, I had our daughter just a few months ago and I haven't really bounced back. I was never really modelistic, but was okay looking. I feel huge because I am huge. I have confided in him and he has always reassured me and comforted me, only to turn it back on me and be extra cruel. It was honestly so unnecessarily cruel. Yeah, y'all were fighting over a thermostat. He did not need to go there. Even though I do think this whole argument is stupid. I was so hurt over his comment. I asked him, why did he say something like that to his wife? Really? Why did you say something like that to your wife? You are gonna get no action. Zero. If you felt like I was ugly, there's gonna be a lock on it. I'm gonna be like that girl from Scary Movie with the lock on it. You know. Oh my gosh, she literally quoted him, and I just read like the first couple of lines, and I can't. Oh my God, why are people like this to their partners? You have to live with these people, and you're gonna talk to them like that? I could never. You'd be a lot easier to swallow if you were at least physically attracted, but when you're ugly inside and out, I don't even want to be gentle with you. Feel free to take this personally. Leave him, run. Hey, he's telling you all this for a reason. You need to just go. You need to go. Maybe there's more to the story that we don't know, but in this situation, this guy's an ass. I think he crossed a major line with that comment, but was I being too sensitive? I've been crying thinking about this and I feel devastated. When it came to the thermostat, yeah, you were being a little much, but he crossed the line and I would be crying about this. I would feel so weird with my partner if they said all this to me and then we had to sleep next to each other. No. Sorry. Like I said, snapped. And honestly, I'm interested to see what the comment says because in my opinion, there's no going back. He said what he said. When you say stuff like that to your partner, it will always be in the back of their head. When you cross that line, oh baby, you're dooming yourself forever. You know this is not going to work. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, there's no coming back from this. Holy shit. If words were punches, that's a haymaker. Yikes. I can't believe I almost stopped. The intro was so dumb to me. All the thermostat stuff was so dumb to me. Now that I'm here, I'm I'm living for this. I don't have this type of toxicity in my life, so I love to read about it. I don't even like to hear about it in person from somebody that I know or that I work with or something because it's sad and I don't want to hear that someone partner said this to them that I know, but it's on the internet. It's some tea. This one's about to take the cake just from the title. My wife and I have been trying to have a child for almost a year and a half, and she changed her mind about having children and asked for an open marriage instead. I don't know what I can do or if I can stay. Any advice? Male 29, female 32. Wow. Just based off this title, ooh, this is a lot. This is very extreme. She went from trying to have a child with this man to asking for an open marriage. Wow. Wow. And it was the wife who did it? That is kind of crazy. Usually I feel like that would be a guy thing to do. But the female did it? Guy? Ooh, you might as well just leave, but let's get into this. Let's see what the rest of it says. So my wife has a 9-year-old daughter, my stepdaughter, I've been raising over half her life. We were actively trying to have more children after a year of trying. I saw a doctor and even had a word that I'm not going to say or even try to pronounce because like I said, if you know me, I suck at pronunciations. Surgery about 4 months ago to improve our odds of having a child. My wife just told me she is going back on birth control and decided that she actually may never want another kid, which is hard for me to hear, and I love her and my stepdaughter very much. I would still be happy with them in my life. My wife's been obviously reading these reverse harem romance books, and she's also asked if we can open up our relationship. This I can't put myself through. I have friends who are poly and non-monogamous, and I think it's great for them, but I know myself and I'm not particularly the jealous type, but I think this would hurt me too much. Hey, if this guy is expressing that, I think his partner has to accept it, because why would you want to hurt your partner? Why would you want to bring someone into your relationship, especially when you have a child that's only 9 years old? I just wouldn't. It's kind of very messy in my book. I understand this girl wants to be happy, but it looks like she just needs to divorce this man to really live her life's fantasy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the show Couple to Thruple. Maybe she needs to go on that show. That is gold reality TV. I recommend to watch it. I honestly wanted to do a video on it when it came out, but maybe when they have another season, I'll do that. If you know, you know. We've never cheated on each other and have always been very loyal. The sex between us is great, but she says she wants to get different things from different people. Okay, you're a little freaky one. She's a little freakily. We both used to sleep around before finding each other, but admittedly, she may have enjoyed it more. I honestly prefer an emotional connection. I get it. I can't do that. But what is she, a nympho? Because if she got her due before y'all got together, I just don't think that. I don't know. It depends on how many people I guess she was with, but there's a hoe phase, supposed to be a hoe phase in people's lives. I mean, now with hookup culture, but the hoe phase is supposed to stop when you start your family, you get married, and you have your partner. You committed to the terms of your vows, which was probably to love each other only, not to bring in another person. Hey, if y'all want to be a throuple, but you guys are all consenting and that's what y'all want, that's different. But if you're asking your partner for that and he says no because, I mean, his feelings to get hurt, he's not the jealous type, but his feelings to get hurt, I think you have to respect it in this situation. I don't think I can stay if she insists on this, but I love my wife and I love my stepdaughter. I love my animals, my home, and I'm terrified of losing everything. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if she continues to assist and pushes you to do it, just know that the clock is going to start. Y'all are going to fail. Unless you start to like it. I don't know. Is she doing another female, another guy? Maybe you're into both. I don't know. I would also be terrified of losing everything just because my partner wanted to mess around. It's not giving. I'll just read like one comment. You answered your own question by saying you can't put yourself through it. So Do yourself a favor and end it. If she isn't already looking, she'll be regardless and most likely have another man in mind who has shown her the attention she is looking for. If she is being honest about wanting different things in the bedroom, then maybe it's time for an honest conversation about why you can't provide those different things. Well, maybe she just wants a different pipe. Hey, maybe it's not his is not to her liking, because I can see that as an issue. And you know who I'm really speaking about? The ones who wait to do anything before they get married. This is obviously not the case. When someone is like that, don't want to do anything before marriage or even see it, red flag. They're hiding something. I don't know what they're hiding. Maybe they're hiding something like that. Maybe I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I agree. You can't put yourself through it. Hit the door. Honestly, these have been some out-of-pocket stories, but I think this one's about to take the cake just based off this title. So let's get into it. My wife lied about a threesome early on in our relationship. How can I move forward? Okay, it's a little spicy in here. Okay, let's see the context because I'm clueless right now. My wife, female 30, and I, male 32, have been married since August 2023. But 6 months into our marriage, she admitted to something that has been incredibly difficult for me to process. About 2.5 to 3 years ago, early in our relationship, she had a threesome and lied to me about it. I'm sorry. I don't feel good about this situation already. I can't have someone lie to me, especially my partner. You have to be straight up, because once the first lie happens and it's something as big as this, you're done. The only part that sucks is that he's being told about it years later. So he's like, I've already spent all this time with you. What am I supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Some people are just so crazy that they have no shame. They're gonna do stuff like this. I could never. Honestly, lying is one of my biggest things. If you lie to me, and especially if you're like a friend or you're an acquaintance, you're done. Like, you are done. I will never trust you again. So that's the tone for what my response is going to be to this person. Yes, let's get the background. When we first started dating, we agreed to explore an open-ish relationship for the first couple of months. Contact. We do this because we were platonic friends for 7 years prior to dating. Damn, this has layers. This goes deep. Friends for 7 years, then dated for like 3 years, and then got married. And oh wow, this is messy. This is gonna be very messy. The core rule was that we'd be 100% honest with each other about what we were doing, no matter what. One night during that period, she texted me to let me know she was about to sleep with another woman. Ooh, getting a little spicy. I appreciate her honesty, and I was okay with it because it was within the boundaries that we set. However, 6 months into our marriage, she revealed that it wasn't just her and another woman. It was a threesome with a woman and a man. She chose not to tell me the full truth back then and kept it from me for years. I kind of just want to know, what was the reason that she finally admitted to that? What if they were playing like one of those card games with their friends, and it was like, what's the craziest thing that you've done? Or have you ever had a threesome? And she was like, put a finger down if you ever had a threesome. Messy. Ooh, we see a little messy girl. I just see her partner going, spill. My gut would question that night, and I gave her plenty of opportunities to be honest with me for years about it. The attack itself isn't the issue for me. It's the dishonesty. True, I get you, man. Knowing that she withheld this for so long has shattered my trust and left me questioning if there could be other things she hasn't been truthful about. I've always been honest with her, even when it was uncomfortable. And this has made me feel deeply hurt and betrayed, as it should, my guy. Dishonesty is one of the worst things that someone can do to their partner, and I don't subscribe for it. Since her admission, I've been struggling to figure out how to move forward. I love her, but this has shaken the foundation of our relationship. That foundation is shattered. There was a whole earthquake, actually, and the foundation was cracked in many different places there. Because now you really are thinking, are there other times when she lied to me? and you're thinking about specific situations that come up that you're like, huh, that was weird, huh? Why did she turn off this? Why did she turn off her location? Was she really here when she was supposed to be here? Did she really go on a girls trip or did she go with a guy? I don't know. Can trust like this be rebuilt? Has anyone else been in a situation where a long held lie came to light and how did they navigate it? Honestly, I am curious too. I can't wait to look at these comments. I'm not here to pass judgment. I just need advice and perspective on how to handle this. Is it possible to overcome something like this, or is the damage to our trust too great? It's damage for me, but there's so much history that I don't even know myself if I would leave. So let's see let's see what these comments would say. So why did she not want to tell you that there was a man that was involved, and why does she have to leave it until now? She said it was because she didn't want to hurt me at the time and she was exploring with the guy there was no feelings for, even though they live across the street from one another and they were work friends. Ooh, yeah, that's a little too much history for me. Does she maintain a friendship with him? I would feel pretty bad if I had to occasionally hang around with this fella only to find out that he had a threesome with my partner, especially if I already been on the scene and had it happen. Damn, imagine you go to get together and he is there and you meet and the whole time he's thinking, I fucked your girl and you don't know about it. This shit would do it for me because she made me look like a loser, man. I'll personally be done. And my answer to you, OP, is to talk this out and get to the real bottom of this so you can move on with the relationship. But if she doesn't, then it's done, man. Ooh, I would upvote that too if I had an account. Another pitfall of a semi-open relationship. There's no magic way to rebuild trust, just a lot of work and maybe some therapy. Yeah, I think therapy is needed. I agree. Why do people do that? Because people want some spice in their life. That's why. And then someone put, because they overestimated their self. Our relationship is different. Our bond is stronger than others. We will withstand anything that comes our way. We are not jealous. Yada, yada, yada. I do think there are people who can do that, by the way. I just think that they couldn't. And it seems like they were okay with what they did until like she lied about this whole situation. So I don't necessarily agree with that and what he's saying. They do it just because it sounds thrilling. The thrill of something new, etc. Okay, whatever. It's crazy to see all the different types of relationship there are and the different problems that people have within them. Just reading some of these stories, it could have been adapted to be like a Lifetime movie special or, you know, an episode of some true crime snap type stuff. But the thing that stands out the most, and what I kind of said earlier in the video, is that these people who come to these sites and write their stories about their relationships like this to ask for advice, most likely, most of the time, it's like, nah, leave that person. The advice is to leave that person because these stories in my whole adult life, I don't even come close to any of these. And yes, I've been in relationships. This is like so toxic. All of it is so toxic. And I'm grateful that I took an interpersonal communication class, which is a relationship class. And it doesn't have to be a relationship with you and your significant other. It can be a relationship with you and your parents, just one-on-one relationships and how to build strong, great connections. So I recommend doing that. And if you're contemplating coming on to Reddit and spilling the tea, I'm there for it. Yes, let me know. Send the link. I'll be there. But I'm just kidding. Actually, if you're really contemplating it, you know it's time to leave. That's exactly what I'm about to do. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad that I did something like this again because I enjoy making these type of videos. You know, if you go scroll back all the way down, you'll see I made videos like this in the past, and I think I will continue to do so in the future because it's fun. It's honestly one of my favorite videos to do. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Let me know what you thought about these stories in the comments. I'll respond to some because I feel like people should have a lot of opinions on these. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have to call my therapist after reading all of this. So I'll see you on the next one.